Hi guys, Robbo46 here, welcome yourselves back to Ride 4 on the Xbox Series X. We're going to do a race around Phillip Island. Going to be doing 10 laps and we're going to be using the Yamaha. This is Racer Modified 2019 version. We've got Toprak's colour scheme on it, livery. So we're going to be using that. So yeah, let's head over and get the race underway. Okay, so... bike setup. That's not what we want. Select tyres. Medium, that should be okay. It's been a while since I have raced on Ride 4, but looking forward to it. I like to dip back in every now and again. And seeing as World Superbikes is really exciting and really close this season, thought, you know, it'd be good to get back into it, especially with a World Superbike liveried bike, the Yamaha. Okay, it's going to take us a few laps to readjust to Ride 4. There's obviously been a lot of people trying to clickbait Ride 4 videos at the moment when one went viral for what was a PS5 video of how insane the onboard footage was, even though it is a replay camera. I see lots of people have been trying to basically follow that trend and try and get views from it. Some other people it's worked for, others it hasn't really. So, yeah, that's just a weird thing that happens sometimes, even though this game has been out for a very long time. Obviously, on PS5 and Series X, it's been out since January of this year. And obviously on previous consoles, it's been out even longer. Okay. I feel like my electronics are too high. What are they on? Anti-wheelie is on 2. We'll turn that down. Engine braking 2. Traction control. Turn that down to 1. But yeah, World Superbikes this season has been very exciting. Obviously, we've had a lot of drama, a lot of great racing between Jonathan Rea and Toprak. And it's been a really good season. A few controversial moments as well. But ultimately it's a very, very close season. And, you know, it's chopping and changing pretty much every round. The Yamaha is really strong. Toprak is really strong. Kawasaki not having the easiest of times. I know Jonathan Rea's struggling with the front end of the Kawasaki. So he's not having the best of times with the front end of it. And obviously as well, Kawasaki have had their rev limit cut as well, which makes the Kawasaki obviously not as fast. And I mean, it shows on the straights. But it has made the racing closer. But I still think it's a bit harsh to penalise a rider and a team for effectively doing well. I don't think it's fair, really. If you're doing well, you shouldn't then be oh, someone's gone down. Oh, 2 have gone down. Yeah, you shouldn't be penalised because you're winning. And the other thing is, the bizarre thing is, like, all the Kawasaki's have had their rev limits dropped. Not just the factory teams, so all the satellite teams as well have had theirs cut, and obviously they haven't even been anywhere near close to even getting on the podium. So, and they don't have the budget as like KRT, so they're struggling even more. It's just making the smaller teams struggle because a bigger team has been more successful and thus have gained basically a penalty for winning so much. So, I mean, we've seen it in the past. We saw it with Alvaro Bautista last season on the Ducati, and then he just couldn't stop crashing after he had the rev limits put in. And we have seen it in the past as well. Not so much the revs being dropped, but like a weight ballast being put on certain people's bikes as well in the past to try and, you know, slow them down a little bit. So, you know, it's not like it's a new thing for World Superbikes, but yeah, it just seems a bit harsh to, you know, you're penalised for winning, which ultimately is what they're there to do at the end of the day. And yeah, if they win too much, they get penalised for it, which again, I can understand trying to make the racing closer, but you can't penalise someone if they're head and shoulders above everyone else. It just doesn't really make sense, but that's the organisers for you. I mean, they did go for a stage of, you know, having a reverse grid as well, which, again, not only harsh if you've done well, but also dangerous as well, because you had a lot of very quick riders coming through the pack of some, you know, not as quick riders. So it did get quite dangerous, but luckily they done away with that. But yeah, I don't think that smaller teams should be punished with, like, you know, the regulations of having rev limits been put in if a certain manufacturer starts doing well. I don't think that should affect the smaller teams, because it's not fair on them. You know, they might not even contributed to podiums or wins, and yet they're still being penalised, which isn't good. I think I've picked the wrong tyre. I should have gone for a hard rear, I think. Obviously, with Phillip Island being Phillip Island, it's very hard on rear tyres. Front tyre's okay, but yeah, rear tyre's kind of struggling a little bit. But with all that being said, it's about time we had a new World Superbike game for consoles and PC. There is a new one coming out for mobile. I have actually tested the beta for that, and it's pretty good for a mobile game. But yeah, we need a new World Superbike game for consoles and PC. I believe Milestone still have the console and PC license, but they haven't really done anything with it. And, you know, with how close this season has been, now is as good a time as ever to, you know, release a World Superbike game. Hopefully we'll get one at some point, but yeah, it would be nice to have one sooner rather than later, because you know, the World Superbike games used to be pretty good. And, you know, at one point they were better than the MotoGP games. But yeah, we'd love to see World Superbikes get a proper release again, not just mobile. I do miss the Superbike games. SBK X was probably my favourite. I know they had SBK Generations, which I believe was the last console and PC release game from Milestone for World Superbikes. It was good, but it wasn't as good as SBKX. SBKX was a really decent game. But Generations was good, and I still think that they need to use, you know, parts of that in the MotoGP games. Like SBK Generations was set over multiple seasons, and, you know, you start off in Super Stock, then move your way up to Super Sport. I can't remember exactly what seasons it was set over, but it's like 5 years. So every time you move class, you would see the riders moving around and moving teams like they did in real life. So if they could, like, bring that to MotoGP, so, you know, say for MotoGP 22, when you start off in Moto 3, say it's the, I don't know, 2017 season in Moto 3, and then it's 2017 in Moto 2 and MotoGP as well, and then each season you progress through, you see the riders, you know, moving up the rankings, moving teams, moving classes. Because I know that the license that Milestone have for MotoGP doesn't allow them to do, you know, what Codemasters can do with Formula 1 and have the drivers changing teams, even if they don't actually race for them in real life. So it would be good to have something like that, and whether their license would allow them to do something similar to SBK Generations, and maybe that is the way that they can get around it. But you know, it is what it is at the moment, and we just have the one season in MotoGP and we don't see anyone moving about. But yeah, we'll see what happens. If that is, you know, possible, I'm sure they will do something like that. I know loads of people have been asking for rider transfers in MotoGP, but at the moment it's just not possible. Or maybe when they renew the license in a few years' time, maybe that's something they can put on the table. I don't think I'm going to win this race. I don't even know if I'm going to catch second place. You can definitely tell it's been a while since I've played Ride 4. I'm definitely slower than what I used to be. Still think I should have gone for the hard rear tyre. Stoner Corner on this game is a bit dodgy. There is a bump that if you hit wrong, you end up right down on the ground, and let me tell you, it's not fun. I think we are catching second place now, but we're definitely running out of time to catch the leader. So I'm going to try and concentrate and see if we can indeed catch second position. Be good if we could. But yeah, SBK coming back to consoles and PC would be great. I know there is, or there has been a mod for MotoGP 2020 that puts the superbikes in the game. But yeah, a proper full-on-fledged World Superbike game would please a lot of people. I know it's you know, compared to MotoGP, it hasn't got as big an audience, but I still think a lot of people would still play it. And you know, maybe people who don't actually watch the championship itself might get them more involved and more interested in the championship. So only good things can come from it if it's done well, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Or, you know, if the license expires with Milestone and a different developer picks it up. Oh, nearly lost the front then. I do actually see quite a few people, or have seen quite a few people asking for a Superbike game to come back. Like I said, I have played the new mobile game, beta tested it, and it's looking quite promising. And like I said, you know, for a mobile game, it's pretty good. I mean, the graphics are pretty decent for a mobile game as well. And once it gets controller support as well, it will be a bit better. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of touch controls or motion controls, you know, using the gyroscopes and stuff like that. Alright, we've got one more lap to go. Can we get second position? Can we steal it on the final lap of the race? We're going to hopefully get second place, but we're not going to finish too far behind the leader here. Unless we crash at Stoners, which is possible. Oh. I'm not going to do a proper top rack and... well, I'll try not to make contact when I get through. If I get through... Here we go. I think we got a little bit more tyre and we have eventually made it through. Oh, we're going to be pretty close to the leader by the end. Front tyre pretty knackered. Yeah, we were closing a lot. We were closing a lot, but yeah, second position. We were closing right towards the end there, but yeah, happy with second place. Not bad for a return to ride 4. Only 0.7 off at the end, but yeah, happy with that. Sweet. So there we go. Second place with the Yamaha. 0.7 off. Not too bad. Not too bad. I think where I was talking a lot and not really concentrating to begin with and kind of getting a feel for the game again, I you know, if I concentrated a bit more at the beginning, I think I would have got a bit more up to speed in the opening laps. But anyway, guys, that is it from me for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. We will revisit Ride 4 going forward. But yeah, let me know what you think if you want another World Superbike game to come out on consoles and PC. But yeah, in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for more content. I shall see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to stay safe, wash hands, look after yourselves. See you guys next time. See you!